at that. I made eye contact right away. Hi, everybody. Give it up for Orly and the other comics. So funny. Also, they all wore black, so I was like, I showed up and I was like, I didn't wear black, you know. And I'm like, I wore all the colors, you know. So, sorry if these pants trigger a flashback, or you're welcome wherever you're at. I have to say that I was surprised looking at Orly how much of her act was about camping. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, I liked it. Good for you. I slept outside a lot when I was young, but it was mostly accidental, you know, so I had enough. Now, if I'm on a floor or outside laying down, there's a medical emergency. So I have pulled something in my low-impact aerobic class. It's nice to be here. You know, I was getting ready. It's always nerve-wracking. All the other comics talked about it, you know. I still try to spruce it up. It's just now, the older I get, when I get ready, it takes me longer because now when I shave my legs, I have to start at my face. I didn't know. You see how white I am? I didn't know that would be an issue, but I'm like, if I don't stay on top of it, I'm going to look like one of those dudes that signed the Declaration of Independence. You know. There you go. That's probably my only political joke. But I do, you know, I still like fashion. I probably would have gone into fashion design had I not gone into nothing. So you can't do everything, you know. It's about balance, right? I don't want to get stressed out. Yeah, but it is a challenge as we get older, you know. I never know now how to accessorize my old tattoos, you know. I'm a punk rocker. I use anybody else here punk? Right. I could say it now because I'm not anymore. Because when you are, you're not allowed to say it because that is poser bullshit. All right? I'll be hearing that till they close the lid. Just wanting to be cool till I mean, I don't know when that goes away. I have tattoos now. I got these tattoos to impress a lot of people. Most of them are dead or in jail. So, you know, all right, that was dark right away. Very dark. But that's me. I'm Gen X. I like to hold on to that Gen X, right? Let people know. I also, though, it's true, I think it'll camouflage the fact that I also pee when I run. So, and then I've thought about it. I'm like, actually, Gen X sounds like something my doctor would prescribe me for bone density issues. Getting a dowager's hump? Try Gen X. And then you hit something with a racket, you know? I try to dress my body. My body's changing. It's sort of going, I like to think of it as a second puberty. I don't know, I was blacked out drunk for most of the first one, so I'm excited for a do-over, I guess. These strange hairs popping up in places where they weren't before. I mean, I don't know if I can call my mom about them now because sadly, she's still with us. I just don't want to talk to her. I talked to her the other day. Yeah, no, my body is like, it's like, you know, like I went and I put my hand somewhere on my body to do something. I don't know. And I discovered a new texture. And I was like, what is that? How do I describe it? I would say bunchy. Bunchy. This feels, I don't know what it is. Things are, you wake up, you know, and it's like something that, like, I woke up with a spot. I'm like, oh, I got something on my face. 2 hours later, with my own spit, I'm rubbing my face like Lady Macbeth, trying to get it. It's not going away. You know, or something that's like, just stays folded. And you're like, that's it now, huh? Shit. You know? Or things that used to open, they don't open, right? You're like, ah. Or things that used to stay closed just kind of hang there, you know? Like, I don't know what to do about it. I might have to, I'm going to go on YouTube first, but then it might be surgery. That's the That's the thing about men. It's been pretty good with the male bashing tonight. I'm proud of the ladies. It's hard, you know. We get a lot of feedback from the 20-year-old men that we're constantly surrounded by. I'm really grateful, though. I got to be careful when I say that. There's a lot of people that hold my careers in their hands right along with their dicks and their weed pens. So I got to watch what I say. It is weird to like do comedy around so many young guys. I've watched people, like a lot of my peers that like book me on shows. I've watched them go through puberty while they're watching me go through menopause. It's like, wow, the booker for that show really filled out, you know? Or to turn someone on a showcase and go, oh, your mustache is finally coming in, and they're like, yours too. Damn it. Well, there's two things I'll say that I feel differently about than maybe the other comics. One, I don't mind giving. The older I get, okay, so first of all, I'm not married. I've never been married. But I do get told I seem divorced. So, progressive, you know? And when I am dating somebody, I don't mind giving a blowjob because the joke's on them. I'm in it for the neck massage, you know? I'm like, oh, it's expensive. Massage envy is like $100. I'll do it. Also, you poor men, people make fun of your balls dropping, but I kind of dig it. I'm just gonna say, to figure it, I like get that swing going. They serve their purpose. Don't you feel bad? It's probably because I dated this guy once who had really pillowy horse nuts. I don't know. That just came out. I'm at an equestrian, and I was like, you have pillowy horse nuts. I've only said that to him and all 100 of you. So there you go. I'm not going to tell you his name. I am still getting my period. So I don't know. Look, my voice is changing. I'm getting my period. I am still getting my period. I don't want to brag, all right? But I am currently in the longest red tag going out of business sale known to man. Just when I think it's over, there it comes. And I never, you know, and it's like I was on the phone the other day going to CVS. My friend called, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going to CVS to get pads. And she's like, you're still doing that? And I'm like, yeah, I am, all right? Anytime I tell somebody, do you have a tampon? They're like, oh, you still doing that? Yes. Yes, I am. So keep that in mind. The factory's still in production. So I don't know if anybody would want what would come down the line. So just keep that in mind when you're voting. You know what I'm saying? I am dating, and so I'm trying to dress flattering, all right? I'm trying to figure out what is flattering, because things are changing. I have to readjust. It's not as easy to I don't feel as confident when I did when I was young, you know? I don't know how confident I was then, but I miss the days when I could just throw on like a simple t-shirt, pair of jeans, no makeup, walk down the street and have, I know catcalling is frowned upon, but I kind of miss it when a guy would lean out of his head out of the window of his car and go, hey bitch, do you want to suck my dick? You know? It's nice to feel pretty. That's all we got. It was positive affirmation. for the Gen Xers and before. Now they just lean their head out of the window and go, "Hey, bitch, do you know where Trader Joe's is?" Yeah, it's the only place I go, you know. So I use a lot of those charts online to dress my body type. I don't know if anybody has ever seen those charts where they tell you what kind of shape you are. Like they compare your body to shapes, like a tube where you're kind of straight up and down, athletic, then you're a tube, or an hourglass. Ooh, that's the sexy one. Are you an hourglass shape? And then my body comes into the part where they start comparing you to fruit. Famous one, pear shape. Like you hear that a lot, right? Pear shape. I'm not a pear. Pear shape is when you're petite on the top and you're curvier through the bottom. All right, that's a pear shape. I am an apple body type because my body is somehow shaped like an apple. Maybe it's my sturdy stems. I'd like to think. Now, I'm going to tell you right now that the apple body type, admittedly, is not the sexiest body type. But it is partially responsible for the fall of man. So we have that going for us. I think I know, you know, they recommend for my body type, they're like, wear a flowy top, like a robe, you know? I know what they mean. I mean, there are a lot of robes, not just bath. You know, you got graduation, wizard, slut. But I know how to dress an apple body type in baskets and crates and shredded paper. Lovely. But I realized, you know, I would like to be married before I die, you know, and if it happens after, I'm open, you know. So I realized, though, I realized that I have an advantage here because, like I said, I'm menstruating. And I'm an apple body type, right? So I put these things together. Now I was on Hinge, the dating site, but now I went on Farmers Only because I'm like gonna really lean into this whole crop thing, you know, this produce thing, you know, like I can advertise myself as a Red Delicious still. I mean, granted, I might be hovering around Pink Lady territory, and I'm probably darkening the door of Granny Smith very soon. Get a bushel of my love. I was on a dating site, and this guy who was like my age, I thought he was attractive, you know, we matched. And I thought he was attractive looking, but I also liked him because he had a bicycle in his picture. And that said to me, and he was my age. I've been with younger men, like, I mean, not too young. I don't want to do it in a race car bed or anything like that, but like, and you know, sometimes younger men, facial hair can be an issue, but as I said, I keep it trimmed. So, but he was my age, and the reason the bicycle means he probably has one original knee, you know? And you know, women are often accused of being size queens, that we only care about the size of a man's genitals. If I ever was a size queen, I'm not anymore. I'm a joint queen now, you know? I want to know how those things are functioning. Like, what's the bending situation? Can you do it? You know? It's okay if you can't. I'll get, you know, I just know if we go on a date, like, to the mall, am I going to have to rent something motorized or not? You know, I just want to know. It's doable. I heard that. Thank you. But I will say, so I gotta get out of here. But so we messaged, and he said to me, he was like, what are you looking for? And I said, well, I'd like to date a few people, get to know them, and then I'd like one of those people to turn into a long-term relationship and marriage. What about you? And he's like, yeah, me too. But, and then came those 3 little typey bubbles or whatever they call them, and I was like, here we go. He goes, but what I'd really like to meet first is a woman to go crazy with. And I'm like, I think I know what that means. I think that means something like he wants to put his balls in my mouth on the first date. And it doesn't matter, teeth in, teeth out, right? There's always somebody who will put their balls in your mouth. Every one of you, not just me. So if you're not feeling good about yourself tonight, if you're having a bad face day or whatever it is, like just think that comic at Zany's told me somebody wants to put their balls in my mouth, and I feel better about myself. Again, Gen X, we have a lot of therapy to do, but my friend who does a lot of online dating said, don't be so jaded. Maybe he means by go crazy, he wants you to go with him to shoot up his workplace. I was right, I shouldn't be so jaded. You're right, I should have more faith. I mean, I have to say that lately I would say that with my luck, by go crazy, he would want me to go with him to shoot up his workplace, then put his balls in my mouth, and then not call me again. But I'm in therapy, so I don't know why that's how I'm going to end my set, by yelling, hey, I'm in therapy, but you're all welcome to join. My therapist said she thinks I'm funny. And she said, oh my God, sometimes I have to restrain myself from laughing. I'm like, really? I'm always in here crying because I thought I was bombing, Hey, you guys were great. Please give it back up for Orly. God bless. Have a good night.